And really grateful to have you here as a guest at Action 24 TV.
Thank you very much.
So you're here on our island for an extraordinary event in the Holy Monastery of Toplou. Please do share with us your feelings and your motivation behind your decision to perform at this emblematic and historical place of Greece.
Well, it's wonderful. All my life I have been traveling around the world, and it's always, especially when you come back to a place that you haven't been for many years, you know. And so I'm very, very happy and looking forward. We have today a wonderful rehearsal, and let's hope that the performance after tomorrow will be at least like the rehearsal. It
is of common knowledge that you are a record man in the history of opera, having performed more than 150 roles as a tenor and lately as a baritone. I
started first singing the zarzuela, which is the Spanish music, which I'm singing a lot of the zarzuela in the concert. And I start very early with my parents singing, and you know, so many years singing, so it's 151
roles, yes. Given that your voice stands in a great shape, do you dream a role that you haven't performed yet?
Well, I think that at the moment I sang so many roles, you know. I don't think I will do a new one, you know. Most of the time now I am doing more concerts.
Okay.
No complete, because you know, when you have to do an opera, you arrive to a city and you have to spend at least 10 days rehearsing.
Of course.
And of course, every day you have to rehearse in between 6 and 8 hours, you know. So it's very tiring. And now, after all, so the people, fortunately, they like to hear me singing. Doesn't matter if I do a complete opera. So I'm doing highlights of the opera, zarzuela, songs, you know. So I have more different repertoire, and the public enjoy it.
And you enjoy it, of course.
Oh, yes,
of
absolutely.
Course. Your birthplace is in Madrid, Spain.
Oh, yes.
But you raised in Mexico City.
Yes, I was born in Madrid. Mm-hmm. But when I was 8 years old, because my parents, they were singing in Mexico, my sister and me, we went to Mexico. And since 8 years until 21, when I got married with my wife, then we went to
20 years old?
We went for a contract for 2 years in Israel, in Tel Aviv.
Really?
So I was in Mexico. And after that, after those 2 years of Israel, we have been all around the world.
But in Mexico City is where you made your debut, wasn't it?
Yes, I made my debut.
What was the strongest influence on you to follow your opera path?
I was singing first zarzuela, you know, and after I discovered the opera, singing some of the arias, and then I start, because I have been a musician all my life, so I sit at the piano and I start learning arias, and then I start with complete operas. And this trip that my wife and me, we did for 2.5 years in Israel, I was singing 280 performances, and she near to 200. And in 2.5 years, we were really ready to go around the world, because we were singing so much, and we really all the repertoire.
The year 2023 is dedicated to the Greek diva Maria Callas. You met Maria Callas, but you didn't perform together, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, no. You know, it happens when I start singing, she was not singing anymore.
Okay.
You know.
Please share with us your memories with her, from her. I have read that she loved your voice.
Yeah.
And your talent, of course, and she gave you an advice, I think.
Well, she was saying, you know, that to be careful not to do too much and so on. But I think I don't follow that.
Of course.
I really sang more than everybody, you know. I mean, I have had in all my career over 4,000 performances, you know, and in the big theaters, you know. So I'm very, very happy, and I'm lucky that I'm still able to sing and to do.
If I rest, I rust.
Exactly.
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 You have said this.
That's my phrase. Yes, that's my phrase.
It's Pláztido Ντομίνγκο phrase. Yes. Exactly. If we try to go back to the supergroup, the Three Tenors, please tell us how this operating singing trio with Luciano Pavarotti and José Carreras came true, and how does it feel to be the one of the key persons that made opera appealing to the wider audience?
Well, I think it was really, yes, I think that we make opera really popular for many people. We have the idea, you know, why not? I mean, we are doing an opera company.
How this came true?
We are going on in the opera houses singing. So let's do a concert, you know. Why
did you decide this in 1990? Did something happen?
Maybe because of the time that we were living, then it was a lot of television. Yeah. It was a lot of, doing films and doing things and so on. So they said, let's make in Caracalla a concert. That it was during the.
You were friends.
You know, during the World Cup, you know, in Italy, and you know, so also with a conductor like Subin Mehta, which was so popular. So it makes really
opera popular.
Make us really popular. The wonderful thing is that I don't stop singing opera. You know, I continue singing
and we love this.
The whole time because I have been living on the stage.
You sing almost 60 years.
Yes, over 60 years.
Over 60 years. It is a record. And knowledgeable critics say that Pláztido Ντομίνγκο is the finest tenor, the most powerful since Caruso.
Listen, I mean, for all of us, El Nombre de Caruso has been, you know, unbelievable, you know. So, I mean, we are in a different century and different time, you know. It is different. I know that I always was thinking of him, you know, when we were in Israel, my wife, Martha and me. So I used to go, when I was not doing performances, I went to study myself at the piano, and I was singing all the arias that Caruso was singing. You know, I was of course, dreaming that he was really fantastic. The biggest name, you know, than it was as a tenor, you know, in those days.
So you are a tenor and a baritone. You are a conductor, and you help through Operalia competition young artists to develop their career in opera.
Yeah.
Which life role do you prefer the most?
Well, what can I tell you? We have so many singers that they have been winners of Operalia, you know. In all the theaters around the world, you see, and you hear a good voice. It was in Operalia. Yeah. So we are very happy.
So you like to be a teacher also?
Yeah.
You love it?
Yes, I love it.
Mr. Pláztido Ντομίνγκο, thank you very much for this wonderful interview.
Thank you.
It's been an honor, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ευχαριστώ.
Muchas gracias
por
la entrevista.
Okay, gracias.